social service and public service. I think there are a lot of misconceptions in people's mind as to exactly what social service is and what service is. You know, a lot of people also feel that being in public or civil services means that you can control everything in the world. So, what we want you to tell us is the difference between social service, of course, and public service, and how you always say that the Constitution is above all, whether it's individual, public, or civil.
Okay, I think Samaj Seva, uh, public service, social service, public service. Let's look at this. Most of us or many of us actually confuse between two. कि पब्लिक सर्विस होने के बाद मैं बोल रहा हूँ मैं समाज सेवा कर रहा हूँ. Is it possible? Yes, while doing a public service, you might do perform role as a social servant. By doing social service, are you doing a public service? Yes, it's possible.
Yes.
It may not be very clear-cut demarcation as a black and white, but there might be some gray area where it coincides. But there is a fundamental difference. Social service is a voluntary service by an individual or organization विदाउट कोई लीगल कमिटमेंट हो या कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो, ऐसा उसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. वॉलंटरीली आई और इंस्टीट्यूशन एनीबडी ट्राइज टू provide services to the service society at large, maybe individual, maybe an organization, maybe a city, wherever in a particular sector. जैसे कि मुझे सोशल सर्विस करना है, गरीब को खाना देना है. कैन आई डू इट? यस, आई कैन डू इट. कैसे कि मेरे खुद के पैसे से मैं पका रहा हूँ, उनको दे रहा हूँ. इज इट अ सोशल सर्विस? इज इट अ पब्लिक सर्विस? नॉट नेसेसरी. क्यों? अगर मैं पब्लिक सर्वेंट हूँ तो मुझे तो पेमेंट मिल रही है और मेरा ये जॉब है कि उनको खाना देना है, और खाना भी मुझे सब उसका जो कॉस्टिंग है मुझे दिया गया है, उसके सिस्टम है, वो मैं यूज करता हूँ, उनको देता हूँ. तो इट बिकम्स अ पब्लिक सर्विस. एंड द फर्स्ट वन व्हिच आई रेफर्ड, इट बिकम्स अ सोशल सर्विस. So first is a voluntary commitment of yourself to yourself without any support. You are doing it voluntarily and providing that service to a society at large or to a particular section or individual or institution. Public service, on the other hand, is more a legal term. And I am committed to that because I get in something return. In social service, not necessarily I expect in return something. So these are the basic differences between being a public servant and social servant. Now, given the context, other misconceptions that as a civil servant and a public servant, IAS, IPS, DOSP, deputy collector, what you call tax officers, income tax, whatever you name it, you are the most powerful, omnipotent, जिसको बोलते हैं, ऐसे हो, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो. Mind you, in this world and in this society, legally and socially, nobody is omnipotent, leave alone public servants. क्यों नहीं है? कि nature in society, nature has its own rules which regulates the nature whole world as such. Every society has social regulations, obligations, morals. Country has its own rules and regulations. Even municipal corporation or council will have its own rules and regulations. Family would have its own rules and regulations. As a public servant, we have rules and regulations. Say, for example, discipline rules, civil service rules, conduct rules, leave rules, pension rules, pay rules, all those are there. But above all, the most important rule for us is the Constitution of India. Because as per Article 311, civil services is supposed to be impartial and neutral. That is how Indian civil service exists as per the Constitution. And we are expected to implement policies of the government or frame the policies as advisor. And whatever the policies are there, whether you like it or not like it, you have to implement. That is what we are expecting. So, law of the land is the authority which will decide a public servant behave in a particular way or not. Constitution above all. Now, in public servants also, then you have different categories. Some are executors, some are policymakers, some are adjudicators. So that's why we have constitutionally we have the scheme of things: legislator, executive, and judiciary. Legislators make laws. Executive implement those laws. judiciary to interpret the law, whether the law is as per the constitution or not, whether the execution is as per the law or not. This is not the job of judiciary. So, would you say this legislators are superior, or judiciary is superior, or executive is superior? You must understand the constitutional scheme of things. Check and balance is the constitutional scheme of things. There is no question of superiority, inferiority. Every sector is supreme is in its own domain. Legislator is supreme in legislating, judiciary is supreme in its own interpretation of the laws, constitution, whatever. Executives is supreme in execution part of it. And there is a check and balance in it. So constitution ultimately is the supreme. And the constitutional supremacy is the one which is binding on all of us, whether as citizens, whether as public servants, whether as social servants, in different capacity. As an individual, I have some rights and some obligations and duties. Same as a public servants, I have some rights and I have obligations. So we have to understand the whole context in which we are working. In society, we have societal rules and regulations which may not have legal validity, but societal values are there. Same way, as a public servant, we are bound by law of the land and rule of law. Implementation of rule of law or the laws is our job. So we cannot do everything. What you think is everything is possible. No, everybody has his own domain. But given context, say for example, I am a municipal commissioner. Can I try to be the best executor? Yes. Policy making, I have advisory role. Policy making is general body or corporation's responsibility. That has to be as per the Maharashtra Municipal Corporation Act, which is decided by the state government. Again, that law has to be as per in conformity with the constitution. So all this is check and balance. So the question of supremacy does not arise. We have to look into the integrated whole. And that's what I say as an individual also. When we are kids, a child, we are dependent. When we grow up, we want to be independent. And the successful ones are interdependent. We have to understand this concept, interdependency. Neither the dependency nor the independence is the law. Interconnected, what we call in the word today. The connectedness, the connect between the people, among the people, to people and society, people and institution. Same way, the connect between the public servant and the society. Connect between the public servants and institutions. The respect and space for each institution and each individual. The connect with the seniors, superiors, and the public. So that we have to understand interdependency and check and balance in the system. Ultimate law is the law of the land, which is the constitution. And if you understand this for each one of as an individual or as a public servant, I think you will understand the check and balance system which is existing. So as a public servant, can we do many things? Answer is yes. Can we do all things? Answer is no. Because public servant is one sector. There is a social sector, society rules. There are legislators that public servant, other different category of legislators that a public servant can do. Execution, as executives, as a public servant can execute the things. So look at the constitution, constitution being supreme, interdependency, check and balance is the order of the day. So nobody should misunderstand saying that somebody is the most powerful. The most powerful is the constitution. On all others, how to work within the given domain and jurisdiction. If you understand this, I think we can move ahead. Else, there will always be conflict. And this conflict, that's where interpretation comes in. So check and balance system, we have to accept in the society, in the family, in the public services, and country as a whole, including at international and global level. We have to understand the rules and regulations of international trade, international commerce, international law, international organizations, sovereignty on the one hand, at the same time, the integration and globalization on the other hand. So there are rules and regulations. Some are laid down very specifically, some are not. We have to understand that context, and public service also in that context.